My name is Tanner Smithson from Dallas, Texas, and I recently got the opportunity to see Second Thought Theater's production of Straight White Men by Young Jean Lee, directed by Christie Vela. The show is, in my opinion, a way to approach, as a director and a playwright and a creative artist in our field, contemporary dramatic literature. How do we tackle today's problems on today's stage? And I think it does an exceptional job at that. It highlights issues in our culture and in our society most people don't even recognize, and a lot of people don't realize, and really brings them to the forefront. I really feel like that it deals with four major schools of thought when it comes to white privilege. And that's how do we address it, do we address it, and to what degree do we address it. There's one character who fully embraces his white privilege and really chooses to make the most of it, I guess you could say. He uses his ladder and isn't afraid to climb the ladder regardless of privilege or not. There's one character who refuses to believe that where he's at is because of his privilege and that it's just a product of hard work. There's one character who is fully submersed in the fact that there's privilege there and is really unsure how to combat privilege, but feels an immense amount of guilt for taking advantage of a system that works to his advantage. And there's their last character who fully accepts the fact that there's privilege and believes that we should combat it and goes about it in a way that is white man speaking for the colored man, or speaking for minorities, I guess, more specifically, but in a way it kind of unearths the way that no true theory is the right answer. We don't have the right answer yet, and it's a problem, and it's a huge problem, but just how do we fix that? Is bring out the problem, and then how do we fix it? And how do we correct it? And is it a self-correct or is it a society correct? Afterwards, we got to have a talk back with a lot of the creatives and the cast, and who had obviously done their fantastic research into the playwright and the project and things of that nature. And Young Jean Lee created the character who's honestly kind of overwhelmed with a sense of guilt based on what she had learned from a think tank with university students. And they gave her all these things. He should be compassionate and an active listener and open-minded and have the ability to step back and to not take things just because of his privilege. She added this fourth character and framed this character around what these university, my age children, kids, well, young adults, I guess, we're asking for. This is what we want in a modern day hero for white privilege, kind of a champion for the common man. And then she took the play to workshop with them and they hated him. And so really you realize that it's such a double-edged sword, and there's the individual's expectations of society and then society's expectations of the individual, and just how those mingle and merge is a huge part of the issue. It has kept me awake at night and has inspired a lot of great conversation between me and my friends and my family, and as an artist it's really inspired me to think critically and to really embrace the route of empathy and not judging others before you know their story, which is something that I work on every day of my life as well. I hope that art continues towards the trend that just about kind of exposing and unearthing things that aren't talked about. I think that's one of the major perks of being an artist and being in the field of art, is being able to shine a light on things that other people will shy away from. Part of me is sitting here thinking on the things that I've said and is wondering if I've mansplained or white mansplained what this piece is trying to do, which is not my intention, but this is my reaction. So thank you for listening.